Hi, I'm Chef Marina Mustafa, and with the festivities, year-end holidays coming up, I'm going to share with you a recipe that you cook normally only during festivities. So this is the right time for us to enjoy one of my Christmas favorites, steamed fruitcake. Of course, normally it's baked, but I like steamed because it's softer, it's more dense, and it's moist, very moist. For the fruitcake, the original recipe is to soak the fruits, the mixed fruits, in brandy. But I'm going to do a halal version, which is cooking it in burnt syrup, and actually produces a really nice aromatic. So now I'm going to burn the sugar first. Put the sugar into medium to high heat because I actually want it to burn to give the aroma. When you soak the fruits in brandy, it actually allows the flavor to permeate inside the fruits, expand the fruits, make it moist and very tender. But when you cook it the halal way, which is cooking it, burning the sugar first and then cooking it inside, it also gives the same aroma. Can you see my face with all the steam? Okay, so now you can see it burning, which is what I like. This will give the aftertaste, which you don't even know what it is. It's so nice, but actually it's the burnt sugar. So let the sugar become brown like this. So when it has melted down, we're going to pour in a quarter cup of boiling water. Goes in very slowly because you don't want it to jump at your face while you're mixing it. In. And then now we just allow the sugar to melt down. The sugar can sometimes crystallize, so we don't want that to happen, which is why we're going to let this cook down first. And sometimes after it's melted down, it can crystallize again, which you don't want that to happen because you don't want clumps of sugar in your cake. Okay, so now that it's melted down, at this point I'm going to put in butter. So butter should make it nice and rich. You can see it's caramelizing. The moment you put the butter in, the texture changes, becomes slightly thicker. All this mix nicely and melt down. Then I'm going to put in 4 cups of mixed fruits. They normally just sell the mixed fruits done like this, but if you don't have that, you can just put your own fruits, any dried fruits that you have in the house. You can put apricots, figs, everything dried fruits. Okay, so now I've reduced the temperature so that the sugar can absorb with the fruit. We'll just let it cook for a little bit more. After about 5 minutes, you can actually turn off the heat. See, can you see it's already thickened? And pour it inside a bowl to stop the cooking process. You have to wait for this to cool first. Okay, so while this is cooking, I'm going to beat 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3 large eggs. Okay, so we're going to beat them using a whisk. After you've done that, just set it aside. Then we're going to sift all the dry ingredients. Flour, all the flour in. Okay, nutmeg for the Christmas aroma, and then some cream of tartar to help aerate the baking soda as well as stopping the sugar from crystallizing. Baking soda. The reason why you sift is because you want to trap some air and to make sure that there's no particles that goes into the flour. You just want it nice. So now, once your fruits has cooled down, I'm going to put in the beaten eggs. Mix everything gently until it combines with the fruits and the sugar and the butter, and now it's nicely mixed. So now we can put in the dry ingredients. So when I put in the dry ingredients, I just put bit by bit, otherwise it gets a bit tough to mix it evenly. So probably in 3 parts. Don't over whisk and don't get too excited to mix it too fast. Just give it a gentle mix. The moment the baking soda touches the liquid, you can see that it's about to bubble and grow. So you got to prepare everything properly and plan ahead when you do this. It means you will set everything aside. All the ingredients must be there. Your cake tin must be ready. Mix this in, and then the last round. Okay, great. Mix everything together, and actually you can see now that the batter is thickening and it's almost bubbling. It's activating. I have lined a tin with grease paper, and I'm going to just pour this in now. Texture looks so nice. The smell looks so nice. Oh, I forgot to put vanilla. It's okay, we can put it in now. I cooked this a few days ago, and I also forgot the vanilla, but when I ate it, it was still very nice. So actually the fruits give a very nice flavor. Okay, so in goes the batter. Okay, one trick that I want to show you that I do, of course I first boil it on high fire. This is a long steaming process. It's 4 hours. So 2 hours on very high heat and 2 hours on low heat. The reason why you cook it on high heat initially is to make sure that the cake rises and it's very happy. And then you put the cake to sleep and you reduce the temperature so that actually to retain the shape. So what I do is I remove this while it's boiling, and then when I put the cake in, I put it on one side, not right in the middle, because throughout the cooking process you have to keep on adding water. When you remove the lid, the steam is going to come out and actually bring down the temperature and make your cake drop. So you don't want that. So in order for you to make sure that the temperature is right, pour the boiling water inside at the side. It means I open the lid very small opening, and I just pour boiling water into the pan and close it back quickly. In order for me not to let the steam drip over the cake, I have a cloth, preferably a thick one, so it can absorb the moisture. What I do is I put it over like this, and then I stretch it, and then I just cover the lid like this. This is the way to make sure that the steam does not drip onto your cake and spoil how your cake looks. So we'll just wait for 2 hours, and after the 2 hours, I'll reduce the heat to very low just to simmer for another 2 hours. Alright, that's great. Okay, so I think my 4 hours is up. I'm going to turn off, and this is my fruitcake all ready. Okay, wonderful. Okay, ideally we wait for this to set for at least an hour. No, actually you should wait a day for it to set, and then we're going to loosen it out of the tin. The best is actually to just let it sit in here even up to a few days is okay, because the taste will develop as you leave it further. Okay, so now upside down, I'm going to remove the paper that we put around the tin. Okay, and I'm going to remove the paper at the bottom. Lovely. Okay, so now my cake is cool and happy. We're going to put some snowflakes over the fruit cake, which is sifted icing sugar. I'm going to cut a slice. Feels very moist. That's the steamed fruit cake. Lovely.